Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so now we do have some information about February events. Now keep in mind these are not full patch notes for the month of February, therefore there still might be additional information or additional events given to us. Just because they're not mentioned here does not mean that they do not exist. This is primarily focusing on the February side event type thing. On top of that, keep in mind that even though February starts next week, even though Tuesday is February the 1st, the update and all of these events are set to start at February 9th, aside from the Lunar New Year, which we kind of already knew is going to be happening at the back end of this update. So, aside from the Lunar New Year event, which we're going to talk about in a bit, all of this is still, about 10 days away, 11 days away, however far it is. It's not going to come next week. It's going to be, nearly 2 weeks till it actually starts. But let's start with the Lunar New Year. So it's going to start on January 31st, finish on February 14th. So it's going to last for 2 full weeks. As always, there are going to be red envelopes and red envelope tickets. There is going to be a minor quest that will have 3 chapters, 2 quests per chapter. It's going to cost 1 energy per tile. And the best thing about this tiny quest for most people is the fact that it does feature units. It gives you like 26 units for each quest, basically. And, it adds up. If there are 6 quests, then you get like some 100 and odd some units there, which is quite all right. Aside from that, it's Grandmaster shards, 3-star shards, gold, ISO type thing, nothing too special. And obviously the red envelope crystals. The gifting event that is mentioned here, again, is not a gifting event that you just saw. The gifting event is basically just sending each other these red envelope tickets, trading them, and, seeing what pops out of them. But, they're not overly impressive. It's just kind of like a neat novelty type of thing where we are able to collect these red envelope tickets, and then we can exchange them with each other to get loyalty and gold and whatever else they have in it. But with that gifting event, there's also going to be solo event, which will award you gold, greater red envelope crystals, legendary crystal shards. And again, it's a fairly kind of feeble event. I think outside for the entire event, the best thing is the units that we will be able to get. Other than that, there is very little of actual value to kind of like more advanced summoners. As we can see, the top reward for that solo event, for instance, is half a tier 2 alpha catalyst, which doesn't amount for very much these days. But it always has been kind of like a little novelty type of event. There's also going to be a login calendar, which again is going to give us these red envelopes and things like that. But we're going to get some neat little trinkets. Nothing of major substance, but still better than nothing. And that starts on January 31st. So it's going to start on Monday. Right, now where the actual quest starts is this All My Iron Man. That's the name of the quest, in which we will be earning Mojo bucks, which is going to be currency where we can spend them by purchasing certain bundles and picking our own rewards. As far as side events goes, I always prefer options like that, where, we can kind of pick things that we actually care about. For instance, there's a bundle with 5-star shards. I don't particularly care for 5-star signature stones or 5-star shards, so, I obviously know to skip them and focus on things that I do care about. It's important to note that they will be unlocking weekly, like most of the recent quests have been. In first week, we're going to have Chapter 1 Quest 1 and 2. Second week, we're going to have Chapter 2 Quests 1 and 2. Third week, Chapter 3 Quest 1, so only the 1 quest unlocks. And then the week 4, we're going to have Chapter 3 Quest 2. So this event lasts for 4 weeks and will unlock gradually. Now, keep in mind that these are the Mojo bucks that we will be earning for every difficulty, and we will be able to play all the difficulty. Why it is relevant? Because Mojo bucks are not all the same. There will be, let's say, more common Mojo bucks in the lower difficulties, and then, your legendary Mojo bucks, whatever, for the highest difficulty, and you will use them to purchase different bundles. So each level of Mojo bucks will be able to purchase corresponding level of bundles, and you will be able to play through all of them. I think in total you can get 3,000 Mojo boxes of every single difficulty, and then you can spend them how and when you please. So here we have the Mojo Television Network MTN store. So in MTN store, we're going to be spending this, in-game currency, and we can take a look at the bundles like Tier 5 class Catalyst Fragment Crystal and Tier 4 class Catalyst. That seems like decent bundle for the Tier 4 class Catalyst. Or you can buy 4,500 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments and 1 Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst, 500 6-star Hero Crystal Shards and 5-star Signature Stones, 2 5-star Shards and 5-star Signature Stones, Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst and Tier 4 basic Catalysts, gold, and, the special Crystal Shards. And then we go lower difficulties, stuff like that. So if we are able to purchase, if we have like 3,000 Mojo bucks that we can earn of each difficulty, these bundles do have limits of 10 or 15, so you will not be able to get all of them. But as an example, for instance, if you want to go for Tier 5 basics, you have a limit of 10. That will give you a full Tier 5 basic and 10 Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst Fragments for 1,100 legendary Mojo bucks. So, most people will probably pick up the 6-star Shard one and then, Tier 5 basic or something like that, whichever one you want. All in all, do I think rewards are going to be great? I think it's going to be all right. Again, it's like a solo event. I think it's going to be better than this month event. I don't think it's going to be overly spectacular. But we do have to talk about this solo event, about MTN Shoppers Reward Program, which is quite decent, to be honest. It's better than I expected it to be, which again includes Tier 5 class Catalyst Fragment Crystals and Tier 5 Basic Catalyst. So it's a full Tier 5 Basic in there. 5 6-star Signature Stones, again, like fairly nominal amount there. And more Tier 5 Basic Fragments, Mythic Crystal, or 3,000 6-star Shards. My advice is take the 3,000 6-star Shards. 5-star Awakening Gem, some Legendary Crystals or 5-star Shards, and stuff like that. So we will be earning points in this automatically as we spend our Mojo monies. And, it's kind of neat. And obviously we do have another special crystal with a new champion pool. Limited pool of champions include Hulkbuster, Tigra, Iron Man Infinity War, Mojo himself, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Miles Morales, She-Hulk, Silver Centurion, Hawkeye, Howard the Duck, Black Widow, Deadly Origins, Cersei, and Penny Parker. So there are some good champions in it. And it also seems that they have reduced the cost of these, because typically it's 4,000 shards per crystal. This time they're selling all of them 2,000 shards per crystal. I'm not entirely sure why they changed, but I'm sure that, immediately is going to still be accounted for when it comes to us actually receiving these crystal shards ourselves. It's not like, I don't think we're going to get double the amount of crystals. I think it's just going to be, smaller amounts of shards that we end up earning. And there's also going to be a login calendar where you get these shards on 7-day repeating interval, like always, pretty much. So all in all, kind of like too long, didn't read version of this is complete the quest, earn special monies, Mojo monies, and spend those monies on whichever bundles you kind of want more. And everything else kind of happens automatically past that point with this side event where, you get the bundles, then you get the points for the solo event, and yippee. So that is about it. Now, it does sound more interesting than whatever we had this month, because this month side event and side event activities themselves were just, utterly dull. So that is an improvement. Overall, even though it isn't announced here, again, keep in mind, it does not mean that there will be no other events. Like, typically, Kabam in February does Valentine's Day event. It's not mentioned here, it does not mean it's not happening. Now, I'm not saying it 100% will happen. I'm just saying that because it is not in this post, does not exclusively mean that it will not happen. Nor it means that, there's going to be nothing else happening in the month of February. Because, let's be honest, if this is all that is happening in February, in addition to no champion buffs, and 2 new champions being Misty Knight and Captain America Sam Wilson, then, you know, it's not going to be a good month again. However, that might not necessarily be the case. You know, I'm just trying my best to stay hopeful here, because this is not a full patch note announcement. And there is still a decent chance that Kabam has something else planned for February. I pray to God that they do have something else planned for February. I really do. All that being said, let me know what you guys think about the event, about Mojo Box and all that other stuff. And I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next